Julie's next. Julie is in Los Angeles. Hi, Julie. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, what's up in your world?
Well, first, I just want to thank you for your show. You're awesome, and that you just offer, besides just money advice, you offer so much wisdom about money, marriage, and relationships.
Well,
and I just want to thank you. You've been so inspiring.
Thank you. How can I help today?
So here's my situation. I am a single mom with 4 kids, and I'm going back to school for nursing, and every month I get child support and alimony, and I don't have any kind of career, and I'm going back to school for nursing, and every month my parents are gracious enough and kind enough to help me make it through the month. During the divorce, I was lucky enough to keep my home, so my kids' environment stayed the same. And I have 4 of them, so anywhere I would move, I would need a pretty, sizable place. I live in a very expensive area, and I've often thought, do I sell the home? Do I sweat it out? Because every month I don't make it.
How much is your house payment?
It's $2,200.
And how much is your child support and your alimony?
It ranges because he has overtime, and it ranges like $4,000 to $5,000 a month.
So what is your home worth?
Probably $700,000.
And well, I guess the question too is this: you've done what thousands and thousands of ladies have done in your situation that I've run into over the years. Some are able to pull it off, some aren't. But basically, you kind of said, okay, my kids have gone through enough pain with this divorce. I can't uproot them and give them any more pain, and so I'm going to keep the house. And sometimes that is okay, and sometimes it causes you to forget to do math and try to keep a house you can't keep. So I guess one way we could look at your situation is say, okay, when do you finish nursing school?
Well, I've been chipping away at it during the divorce, and now I'm getting to a point where I can apply. But the problem is applying to the schools can take some time, and then even after you apply, I'm a little bit out. I might have an opportunity to start this May, if not maybe the fall semester of 2014, if I get lucky enough to get in.
And it's a 2-year program from there?
Yes.
Okay. So 5 years from today, you're a nurse.
Oh, please don't say that.
Well, is that not what you want to be?
Faster than that.
No, I mean, 5 years, you will have already been a nurse for a while. I didn't say it's going to take you that long. I'm just saying, but let's visit 5 years. Let's visit your life 5 years from today. You're no longer defined by child support and alimony. You're no longer defined by the former Mrs. So-and-so. You are now a nurse, a single mom, raising 4 kids. Are you in this house at that point? Does a nurse live in a $750,000 house?
I think I would be able to, yeah.
Okay. If he doesn't pay, you can't. If he doesn't pay, you're not going to be making $150,000 a year, which is what you need to make to have a $2,200 house payment.
That's how much I need to make?
Yeah. It should be no more than a fourth of your take-home pay, and that means you're taking home $10,000, $9,500, something like that. And at that point, you might be if he pays everything. When he doesn't pay, how old are your kids?
I have my twins are 7.5, and then I have a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old.
Okay, so your child support's getting ready to cut in half before you get out of nursing school.
Well, it won't be in half. It goes by.
Okay, but I mean, it's going to drop. Half the kids are gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you may be able to keep this house, but I'm not going. What I want to force you to do is to say, okay, maybe we hold on to it for 2 years and mom and dad subsidize you, and at the point you get out of nursing school and the kids leave, you sell it. The first 2 leave. Or something like that. But let's develop a plan here that works for 10 years, and even if it works in stages for 10 years, let's not just say, oh, math doesn't count because my babies are hurting, because math counts and the babies are going to hurt. Okay?
No, it counts, trust me.
And I'm not saying you were that naive, but there's a part of you down inside, the mama bear protecting those kids, pain that caused you to do that. That's like being a good mom. I'm not making fun of you, but I'm just saying, I think that's why you've got yourself in this pickles. I think you got a house that you can't afford today. And my only question is it worth fighting to keep it a few years because you can afford it tomorrow? Or do we just go ahead and admit it now? And that's
kind of my question.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, how wealthy are mom and dad?
I mean, they're not like swimming in, dough, but
What do they make a year?
I don't know. My dad is an inventor and sells a product, and he does pretty well at that.
Well, a couple of hundred or what?
Oh, I'm sure, probably, yeah.
Okay, and how much are they giving you a month?
It usually ranges from like 700 to probably 1,500.
Okay. What I would do is sit down with them and develop a strategy and a game plan that they're willing to agree to. Mom and Dad, I'd like to stay here for. I know, but indefinitely, no. And you don't want help indefinitely. You want to be on your own again. And so if you sit down and say, Mom and Dad, if you can do this, do $1,500 a month for 2 years till I get out of nursing school, or 2 and some change, then I should be okay with this house. At that point, I may sell it. But between now and then, that allows the kids some time to heal and the oldest 2 to get out of the house. And, maybe that's your plan. That seems like a good plan if Mom and Dad can afford to help you. But you need definition and clarity to your plan. Things in perpetuation are what add stress to your life, especially things that are unpleasant. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.